So now I'm going to head over to the graphic screen, and this is where you can drag and drop or upload files. I'm just going to upload a couple of files. So I've got that and my map. So we're going to upload those, and we also have to identify what kind of files those are. So we've got Blair, and it's going to be a person, or it's under people. And I just want to show you that there's something called script name, and there's also attribution text. So if you're grabbing photos that are from the Creative Commons, say the Wikipedia for photos or something like that, then you're going to need to attribute it to the photographer. So in this case, it was me. And if there is a link to the site where you got it from, then that's where you would put that there. That way, when it shows up in the game, people will know who the photo is attributed to. Now, sometimes, if we're lucky and it's behaving, we can use the left and right button and it will scroll through the photos. For some reason, it's not working. Anyways, this is the map of Vancouver. So we're just going to, you got it, identify that as a map. I'm going to put Google Map. And what's really cool is you can actually, when you're taking your photos of your maps, you can actually put in a link of the exact same page that you're on. I'm going to go over to my dumplings, and these are items. So I do have that information, and then I will add that in later. So now you know how to add graphics. Wasn't that easy? I think so. So let's go over to items, because now we have a dumpling, right? So I'm going to add, so we've got add chapter location for selected item. So maybe an item is in chapter 3. But in this case, the item, I don't have chapters in my story. My story is very short. Okay, so dumplings. So you can actually edit over here, or you can edit over here. Dumplings, delicious, delicious, wow, delicious dumplings. Now, under the server graphic ID, I love it. Come on. Goodness gracious. Dumpling items. So if I choose that, now there is a photo that is visible. Now you can actually put items at locations, and we'll get into that. And that is pretty much the same principle for adding graphics to events and locations. So if we go over to map files, now sometimes this takes a little bit to show up. And if it doesn't show up, I would suggest just going somewhere else and then coming back. See how it did that little check mark up there? Yeah, just means it's a little bit slow, that's all. Let's go back over to map files. There we go. So we're going to add Vancouver. And we're going to scroll over here. And then we're going to choose the Vancouver map. So now, if I choose this line, we have the Vancouver map ready to go. Now, I want to add a location. I did actually upload a photo of a location. So this is going to be called the Legendary Noodle, which is a restaurant in the downtown East End. Okay. Amazing noodles. Wow. Oh my goodness. Remember, I'm not making a work of art in terms of my game, but I just wanted to show you guys something. So I can actually select from the graphics. Oh, let's go check that out. Turns out I didn't upload the location. So let's go back to Legendary Doodle. So you can actually add items without having the photos there right off the bat. So maybe you're creating your story and you have an illustrator or a photographer that's collecting those photos. doesn't stop you from creating your story. So this is the legendary noodle. All right, so we have that, and I'm going to take out that attribution text and put in Google Street View. And again, you could put the link there too. So if I go back over to locations, there we go. So because I've identified a photo as a location, there it is. Oh, I actually also have to say that the parent map is Vancouver. All right. So when you go to your map, you can actually pinpoint exactly where. So I know it's at Comox and Denman. So I've selected this line and I'm just going to plunk it down right here. Now, it didn't look like it did anything, and it didn't do anything. Ha ha ha, I love that. Let's try that again, because it's supposed to put the XY coordinates. There we go. So when you're playing the game, it'll actually show up where you put it. All right, so that is locations for now. You'll notice there's a whole bunch of different tabs up here for nested locations and rooms. We're going to get into that. So the same principle for people. So I just clicked on the plus and I created a Blair. And I'm going to cut and paste my content here. And we'll get into conversations. That is a completely different video, but you can always have author notes here, like is clumsy, perhaps may fall into a banana cream pie at the end of the story, or slip on a banana peel. And no one will see this. This is actually just what you see as the story creator. Okay, so I can choose my graphic, and it will choose from all the people. I only have one in there, so this Blair. And I can start him off at the legendary noodle, or if I had more locations, I could assign him to the legendary noodle or the cupcake store or any variety of places that have already been established as locations. All right, so that is it for uploading graphics. So remember, when you're in the graphics, that you need to upload and then identify what category that they belong to, so that when you're creating your people, your locations, your items and events, that they all come under that category. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.